Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to another episode of the Minecraft Survival Let's Play. So I've been kind of busy in between episodes. I think I showed this in the last video. So what I've done is flattened out this entire area now. So this is a 128 times 128 area. It did actually take a while to flatten this out because if I just turn around here, you can see that there was quite a big hill and I had to flatten half of this out. There was also a river over there that I had to fill in and stuff. So it took quite a few hours, but I've got it all done, and now I've got this entire map that is completely flattened, and it actually looks like I missed a block over here. Yeah, I missed one stone block right in this corner, so I'll just quickly sort this out. I just noticed it on the map right there, so I'll just get some dirt from here, and then put this right there. And it's all flattened out to the same level as the farming district over here. So you can see that this is on Y level 67, and then so is this. So if you didn't watch the last episode, you won't know what this is for. But what I'm going to do is what I did on the previous world. I'm going to go over on TikTok and ask people for suggestions for what I could build here. Then each person is going to get a little 8x8 area, and I'm going to build some pixel art. So I can't remember exactly how many I can fit in here, but it's like a few hundred I think. So I can fit loads of individual pixel art things all over this area. And when it's done, I'm going to have this map with all of the different pictures and stuff, and then I'm going to display this in the base. So I just like this idea on the other world. I thought it was looking quite good, and then it got corrupted, so I'm just going to start this project again. It's going to take a while to finish it, but I think it's going to be quite good once it's all finished. So that's pretty much all I did in between episodes. Like I said, it did take me quite a few hours to get this all done. I also stayed AFK over at the Guardian farm for a little bit, and I got some materials for today's project. So I've got some prismarine bricks, and then some normal prismarine, and then loads of sea lanterns as well. So I'm kind of hoping this is enough materials to build what I'm going to build today, but if not, I'm going to have to go and stay AFK for a little bit longer over at the Guardian farm. And I'm sure the thumbnail and the title has already given this away, but what I want to build today is an axolotl farm. So I've not seen anyone build one of these yet, and I think I've got quite a good idea on how to farm them easily. So what I need to do first is build the entrance, and I'm actually going to stick with like the little system I've got going on here. So the slime farm has a big slime's head to get in there, the sheep farm has a sheep head to get in there. So for the axolotl farm, I'm going to build an axolotl head, and I'm going to go for the yellow one or the gold one. So I've got a few blocks here. I think this is most of the stuff I'm going to need for the entrance. So I think what I'm going to do is just build it off camera, and I'll come back once I've come up with a design. Okay, I've come up with a design here, and it's not perfect, but here it is. So I've changed it up a little bit from the normal axolotl face, and that's just because I wanted the entrance to be the mouth. So if I built it normally, there would be one eye here, one eye over here, and then the mouth would be 2 blocks in the middle. And I just didn't know how to make an entrance out of that. So I decided to change the face up, so it's got 2 big eyes instead, and then the big open mouth. But I do actually think it looks better with the big eyes and then the big mouth rather than just the regular face. So I kind of like how it's turned out. And I did want to build the blue axolotl, because that is like the most rare one, and that's the whole reason I'm building this farm anyway, to try and get some of the blue ones. But you can't really build it with Minecraft blocks because you can't get the same colours. Like the texture of the axolotl, you can't really get those colours in blocks. I tried like testing it out on a creative world, but there's not really any blocks that match up with those colours. So it just didn't quite look right, so I decided to go for the yellow one instead. But anyway, now I can head down to where the farm's actually going to be. So I've got the way down here, and I've dug out a little bit of space, but I am going to need a lot more space than this. And that's why I've got the beacon set up there, just so I can dig out this area a lot faster. So the idea of this farm is very simple, it's not like complicated or anything like that. So I'm going to have loads of these 3x3 holes, and I'm going to have 2 axolotls in each of them. So I can just come over here and breed them both up. And then the plan is to eventually get a blue axolotl, or actually a few of them. But I don't really know what I'm going to do with all of the other colours, I don't need them for anything. I might store up a few of them and then just start discarding them, throwing them away. So I'm quickly just going to see if I can come up with a design on camera. So I want to use these prismarine blocks and then these sea lanterns in the middle, so it just produces a little bit of light. So I think prismarine for the floor, and then these prismarine bricks I think they're called, get the prismarine bricks around the outside. So this can go all the way around like this. So this is where the axolotls are going to be. And I think I also need to have some half slabs on top of these, or just some regular slabs. So I'll put these above here, and this is actually going to stop anything from spawning down here. So all of the sections are going to look kind of like this, and then I just need to add the water in the middle as well. So I've got the water in, and now I can just add these axolotls. So I think that's like the cyan one, and then a gold one as well. And I don't really know what they're doing there, but I should just be able to breed them up. So I've got some tropical fish, and they both come towards me, so I'll give you one, and then you one, and they should just breed up and produce a little baby one. So I've got the baby there. So I just need to keep doing that until I get a blue one, which is the one that I want the most. So this is how simple the farm is. It's not like automated or anything like that. It's just pretty basic, but the setup I had before over at the base just didn't work because I got some drowns spawning over there, and then all of the axolotls ended up getting killed. So this is just a little system I'm going to create just to make it a lot easier to farm these things. But I want about 16 of these overall, so I'm going to have to dig the walls back by a little bit. I don't really know how to decorate the walls just yet, but I think deep slate might look good next to the prismarine. So I'll just make a little bit of progress off camera, and then I'll be back to show it soon. Okay, I've made a little bit more progress, so I've dug out the room, and this is how big it's going to be overall. And I can't actually go any higher in the ceiling because this is the floor of the map area. So I can't go any higher with this, but I could go a little bit lower if I wanted to move this whole thing down. But I think it should be okay on this area, and then I've got plenty of room to work with the walls and then do a roof design as well. And I've also laid out where all of the holes are going to go. So each one of these will have 2 axolotls inside. I was originally going to have more than this, but I think 16 is plenty. And you might have also realised that I've had to extend this up a little bit. So originally I did want to have just half slabs here like this, but when I was digging this area out, a few of them actually jumped out of their holes. I didn't think they'd be able to jump out of that, but they can. So instead of having half slabs there, I've had to change it to a full block. So it does change my design plans. I had a few ideas for what I was going to do in here, and I'm going to have to change them a little bit now. I don't think it looks quite as good having the full block instead of the slab, but the main thing is that these things can't get out of the holes. So I'm going to continue doing the rest of these, and I'm just going to keep an eye on these over here, and hopefully none of them can get out now. Okay, I think my world's glitched again. It did this a few episodes ago, but it just won't stop raining. I think what I've got to do is exit the game and then come back on, and then it should stop. But I'm just going to record in this rain for a change. So I've made a little bit more progress down here if I just head down. I've got all of the axolotls in place now. So I've got all 16 holes, I've decorated them a little bit, and then I've also got this 1 block gap, and I'm pretty sure they can't get out. It's been quite a while since I recorded the last little clip, and I've not seen any of them get out of this. So I'm pretty certain now that none of them can get out of the holes. But I've actually had to put a ladder in each of the holes as well, just so I can get out, because I tried breeding them from up here and you can't actually do it. So I've got loads of clownfish or buckets of tropical fish over here, and you actually have to get into the hole and then breed them up like this, because otherwise you can't do it, and then you need to get the baby one and then you can get out. So that's why I've got a ladder on each of the holes as well. And I've actually got a little bit of storage over here just for some of them. So I think I'm going to fill all of these chests up, and then I'm just going to start throwing them away. I don't really need them, but I just thought I'd like store some away, and then if I ever do need them, I've just got them on hand straight away. So this is for the brown ones, and then the pink ones, the cyan ones, and then the gold ones at the top. So each of the different colours have a foldable chest. And eventually when I do actually get some blue ones, I want to make a room like through here. So I've like laid out a axolotl face on the wall, so it's the same design that I've got up at the top, with the big eyes, and then the mouth that I'm going to go through to a different room. And then I'm going to have like the blue axolotls in there. I think if you get 2 of them and then breed them up, you have a 100% chance of getting a blue one. I'm not entirely sure if that's right, but I think that's how it works. But the chances of getting one if you don't have one is 1,200. So I would have to breed these up 1,200 times, or like an average of 1,200, before I can actually get a blue one. So this could take a long time, especially because they need these buckets of tropical fish. it's not that easy to get loads of these. I got like 5 shulker boxes full and I tore through that pretty quickly. So I might have to make a farm for this later on. But I've actually changed it, I think, so now if you want to get a bucket of tropical fish, you need a bucket of water instead of just a regular bucket. So I don't know if that like broke the farms or out like that. It's kind of confusing, but it's going to be hard to get a lot of those to breed all of these up. I'm also going to try and explain what I've done with these axolotls here. You'll notice that I've tried to get all of the different colours like together. So I'll try and explain it a little bit. So here I've got both of the gold ones. Here I've got a gold one and a cyan one, and then gold and pink, and then gold and brown at the end. And then on the next level I think it's the cyan ones. So cyan, and then cyan and gold, cyan and pink, and then cyan and brown. So I've tried to mix them all together so every single colour has every other colour in one of the holes, if that kind of makes sense. So I don't really think I needed to do that, like by mixing up all of the different colours. But I just wanted to do it anyway. But I do think like you've got the exact same chance of getting a blue axolotl, no matter what the colours are that you breed up. Unless you've got a blue one, of course, then it's more likely that you'll get a blue offspring. But anyway, the reason I decided to do a quick progress update here is just because I've run out of materials. So I did want to finish this project in today's episode, like this is all I wanted to do, just to work on this until it was finished. But I've kind of run out of these dark prismarine blocks, and I stayed AFK at my guardian farm for quite a while to get all of these, and it's barely even done the walls and I've run out, and I actually wanted to add some more in the roof as well. So I'm not going to have to finish this in today's episode, but I'll definitely try and get it finished as soon as I can. I just need to get some more dark prismarine first. I will come back to this project in the next episode and get the roof finished. I'll also get the axolotl face in place as well. I don't think I'm going to build that room through there until I've actually got some blue axolotls to breed up, and I highly doubt I'm going to get any in between episodes. It's probably going to take quite a few weeks until I can get a blue one. I did actually build this water elevator to get out as well. It's just a lot quicker than a ladder. And if I go out here, you can see it's still raining, even though it's been like 5 or 10 minutes. It's just a glitch I keep getting on this world. I don't really know why it keeps happening. So I don't really know what else to do in today's episode. The plan was to just get the axolotl farm finished, but as I've run out of the resources, I can't really do that. So instead, I think what I'm going to do is just have a look through the storage room down here. So I've got the storage room with all of the different stacks of items in. And I'm just going to see if there's any that I can maybe go and collect and check off the checklist or something. So I'm just going to quickly look through all of these chests and we'll see which ones I need to get. Okay, I think this one is probably the one I'm going to go for. So the Nether chest here, you can see that I've already collected a lot of these items like the quartz and then the blackstone. I still need to get the basalt, which should be quite easy to get. And then you can see the rest of them, the nether brick items, the red nether brick, the warp nylium, and then the crimson nylium, and then also the soul sand, which again is very easy to get. So I think I should be able to get everything in this chest extremely easily, maybe not the gilded blackstone. So I've just gone through my storage room out here and looked for some of the items I can check off in this nether chest. So you can see that I've managed to get all of the nether brick items now, and the red nether brick. I also had the obsidian and the soul sand. So those are a few extra items that I checked off, and I think there's 6 more items. So the basalt and the polished basalt, the crying obsidian, the nylium blocks, and then the gilded blackstone. So I think that's just a 6 there. I think everything else is stacked up to 64. So I think the best way to get the nylium blocks is probably just to come out here. I'm going to place 1 and then 64 just normal netherrack. So I'll do this all the way to the end, and then if I get some bone meal, I should just be able to bone meal this all the way across. Yeah, so I'm going to do this for this stuff and then also the crimson nylium. So it shouldn't take too long, and then I can get a full stack of both of these. Okay, so this is 2 more items I can add to the chest now. So the crimson nylium and the warp nylium. So those are both stacked up to 64. So there's 4 more items to collect, and I'm not going to be able to get all of them in this episode like I wanted to do. So the gilded blackstone is just going to take too long. I think I'm going to have to find at least like 3 or 4 different bastions. I remember getting this last time and I had to go and find quite a few bastions to get it all. So I'm probably going to have to do that in a different episode. And there's also this crying obsidian. I'm going to have to make a bartering farm to get this, otherwise I'm going to have to fly around the overworld and look for some ruined portals to get some. I think those are the only two different ways to get it, and I don't really want to explore my world too much at the moment until the 1.18 update is out, because the world generation is going to change quite a lot, so I'm trying not to explore the overworld too much at the moment. So I'm going to have to wait until I've got my Nether hub, and then I'm going to build a piglin bartering farm in there. But I do want to go ahead and collect the basalt and the polished basalt today. It shouldn't be too hard to find, and I'm going to build a farm for this eventually. But for right now I'm just going to go to the Nether. I think I know where I've seen some before, so I'm going to go and try find it, and then I'm going to get a few stacks so I can check it off the checklist. So there's actually a bastion right next to where my portal is. So my original portal is just over there. You can't really see it in the Nether, but it's not too far away, just out of render distance. And then there's a bastion right here, and I kind of forgot that bastions had some basalt on top. So I think what I'm going to do is just see if I can get a few stacks of basalt from here. There's plenty around here, so I should be able to get it fine. I just need to watch out for the piglin brutes, because last time I came here they did quite a lot of damage and I almost died, so I just need to watch out for them and be careful. But I should be able to get 2 stacks of the basalt from this. And I actually just found a chest here as well. So I've raided this bastion before, but I must have missed this chest. So you can see it's got 1 ancient debris and then 4 gilded blackstone in here. So that's going to help a little bit towards the full stack of gilded blackstone. The rest of the chest isn't very useful, but I will take the magma blocks or the magma cream. I don't really need the rest of it, so I'll just leave it. And I actually managed to miss this other chest as well. This one's not got any ancient debris, but it does have another gilded blackstone and also some more magma creams. So I'll take those. I'll probably just take the golden apple as well. I think there's actually quite a high chance of the bastions having an enchanted apple in their chest. I think it's more likely to get it in a bastion than anywhere else. So I might have to come and find a few of these later on in the world when I'm trying to get all of the enchanted apples. But for right now I'm just looking for the basalt. And somehow I've managed to find another chest. I don't think I did a very good job when I raided this the last time. So this one's got a diamond shovel inside, and then 4 more gilded blackstone. So I've got 13 overall. I've just been collecting like little bits that I'm finding in the walls. But the main reason I'm here is for the basalt, so I'm just going to try and get the rest of it from up here, and then I'm going to head back to the base. So I'm starting to think that I didn't actually raid this thing earlier in the season, because I found another chest, and this one's got another ancient debris in here. So I think what I did is I realised that this thing was here, and then I just never bothered to raid it because I didn't have the elytra. And for some reason I thought I did come and raid it. So I'm quickly just going to look around for any more chests, and if I don't find any I'll meet you back at the base. I managed to find 1 more chest, but there wasn't really anything useful in there. But I have smelted up the 2 ancient debris that I managed to get. And then I've got 2 more in here from just like leftovers from other sessions that I've done. And then I can make 1 more ingot now and add this. So I can actually make another block here. So I've got 8 ingots there, and then the 1 that I've just made. So that's another netherite block. And overall that's 14 netherite blocks. And I have mentioned this before, but not for a while. I am going to make a netherite beacon on this world at some point. So I need 2 stacks and 36 netherite blocks to complete that challenge. Obviously that's going to take a long time to do. There's going to be a lot more netherite mining sessions and stuff. I might have to dedicate a few more episodes to it at some point, but that is definitely something that I want to do on this world, just because I don't think many people will ever get to build one, and I just wanted to have one on my world for a little bit. But anyway, I did manage to get the full stack of basalt and polished basalt, so I can add this to the checklist here. I also found 22 gilded blackstone from that bastion, so obviously I still need a lot more. I need 41 more, but it's a little bit of progress towards that as well. So all I need to do now to complete this chest is to set up a piglin bartering system to get some crying obsidian, and then go to find a few more bastions to get the rest of the gilded blackstone. So I'm not going to be able to do it in today's episode, but it should be quite easy to complete this as soon as I've got the piglin bartering system set up. So I've kind of run out of time to record for today, and I thought to end the episode I would come back over here to where I started the episode. And you can see that I've got the first pixel art over here in the top corner. So I asked over on TikTok for some suggestions for what I should build first, and I just thought like the creeper face is probably just the best way to get this started. It's kind of like the icon of Minecraft, everyone recognises it and then instantly knows where it's from. So I thought this would be a great way to start this. and I've worked it out, and overall this place can fit 256 different like little pixel arts in here. So this is the first, and there's going to be 255 more. So if anyone's got any ideas for what you want me to build here, just go head over to my TikTok account. I'll leave a link in the description, it's always there. And just comment on one of my videos for what you want me to build here. And I'm going to make an individual video for each of these different builds. So the creeper one is already up on my TikTok by the time this video is posted, and I'll probably already have a few more here as well. So I'm going to update this every like few episodes on this Let's Play series. I'll come over here and show off all of the ones that I've got. But anyway, like I said, I have run out of time to record for today's episode. So I hope everyone enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.